So I was on a break from YouTube for a little over a week, and I wanted to get back to work today. But in all honesty, I wasn't like 100%, which is why I thought I'd do a Q&A video, because I can answer your questions, I can talk to you guys and get back into the groove. Now, thank you for all your questions. Like, I posted this morning and we've got like hundreds of questions already, and it's insane. The first question, which is something I wanted to address anyway, and a lot of you have asked me, is why I took the break. So my dog Simba, I don't know if a lot of you remember him, but he's been in some of my Pune vlogs and some of my videos. He passed away this week on Monday, and actually that's kind of why I stopped posting since the Wednesday that we stopped posting, because we found out that he was really ill. And for a few days we didn't know what was wrong with him, and then he was also very old, and he didn't make it. And actually between that Wednesday and Sunday is when I was going to shoot all the content for last week, because I was traveling for Gotta Do India, and that's something I had committed to a few months earlier. So I was trying to work everything out, but then when he got ill, I just didn't feel up to it, and I just felt like I owed myself a break if I didn't feel up to it. And I'm glad I took the break, because he passed away a few days later, and then I didn't feel like I would want to do this at that point. So I'm glad I took the break, and I'm just about getting back into the groove with shooting, because it's been a bit of a break. And I'm not sure if you guys will see a coupling video on Wednesday or not, because I'm actually planning to go to Pune. My parents are there, and spend a couple of days with them maybe. So I don't know what you're gonna see or not, but that is why I took the break. And I just feel like that's important. Like maybe 2-3 years ago I wouldn't have done that, but now I'm in a place where I feel like you need to feel like, if you're feeling something, it's okay to take a break and feel that, instead of like just saying I have to work. So that is why I took the break. But now we're gonna answer the rest of your questions. So I posted all over the place about this on the new Instagram question app thingamajig, and also on a normal post, because I wasn't sure how many people use that, but a lot of you use it. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, this is interesting. Karishma asked me, how many times have I dislocated my shoulder? Wow, I have no idea. But if I were to guess, I'm gonna say over 20 times at least. Yeah, I have dislocated it a lot. How is life with short hair better than long hair? Oh, okay. You save a lot of money on shampoo. It takes 5 minutes to wash or dry your hair, and it feels like about a zillion kilos lighter than my normal hair, and it looks a lot cooler. Okay, so a lot of times I've been asked who I'm inspired by, and I don't think there's been any one person. They're definitely the people in my family that I've been inspired by in terms of my tastes, in terms of why I work in fashion or beauty, or because it's something I grew up around. My grandparents were actually majorly into like dressing up, and I mean they were fabulous. And my mom was also my sister, and my sister made this whole career in fashion. So yeah, I was definitely inspired by my family. But other than that, I just feel like I'm inspired by different instances or things. Like lately I've been really inspired by Hannah Gadsby's Nanette, and if you still haven't watched it, you have to watch it. It is amazing. I mean, she's a stand-up comedian, but she's so inspiring. Or sometimes I read a book that inspires me, or read an article that inspires me, or hear about someone's story that's inspirational. So I don't think there's any one person per se that I'm inspired by, but I take inspiration from a lot of things. Okay, next up, lots of questions about driving. I am still not driving, guys, and I feel really bad about that. I keep saying every month, this is the month. But yeah, I definitely feel like I will drive in 2018. There's just been so much going on that I just haven't gotten down to getting back to driving school and doing it. But I mean, lately there have been many instances when I felt like I need to drive, either myself or my parents, and I just feel frustrated with myself for not doing it. So I'm on it. How to be organized. I've done a whole video, Sarah. You can check it out here. That is pretty much how I stay organized. Pink, purple, perfect. I edit all my videos myself. I shoot all my videos myself. And right now, okay, so today I have to show you this. I've actually forgotten my light stand, and there's some major jugaad going on, and I've had to just hang my light on my camera, and that's what I'm going to show you. But yeah, it's just me, and my scatterbrain. You know, it depends. There's definitely a lot of hard work, a lot of luck, a lot of factors out of your control, like people liking your content. So if people don't like your content, even if you work really hard and you're really proud of what you do, it's tough. And YouTube doesn't really, you know, monetize as much, like just YouTube per se, so you do need brand deals to sustain yourself. And I mean, I would say try it for sure, but there are no guarantees. It's not like a traditional job where, you know, you have a degree, you go into an office, you get a certain salary, and that's what it is. Every month your income will vary, and yeah, there are lots of factors that are outside of your control. So it's not very stable, but it's a really fun job. Will I still be on YouTube? I think so. The thing is, I don't think YouTube is going to go anywhere. You know, like IGTV came out a few weeks ago and everybody was like, oh, is this the next big thing? Blah, blah, blah. But I don't think anything can replace YouTube today. They're great additions to what we already create. But as I think a platform for content creators, YouTube is the best. And I do definitely see myself on YouTube in the next 5 years or 10 years or 15 years, creating different types of content. So I guess like my content has evolved with me as a person, and my content is a reflection of who I am. So there's really no rules. Like, I don't know, like right now I hate cooking. Maybe 10 years from now I would love cooking and become an amazing chef, and maybe I'd do cooking videos, who knows, or have like babies by then and be doing like mommy videos, or I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's the thing. I never think that far. I just know that, yeah, this is what I love doing, and I will be doing this in some form or shape. But how and when and where? Okay, there are lots. Firstly, most people don't call me Sherazad. Again, my name is Sherazad. I think I answered this in one of the very first Ask Sherry videos, but I'm going to answer it again. For everyone who always struggles with my name, it is Sherazad. The C is silent and the last E is silent. So it's not Skerizade, Kerizad, or Sherizad, or Scheherazad, or Scheherazade, or what else? Shehzadi, Shari, or Scary. So there's been all sorts of names. 5 best birthday gifts or moments I've had so far. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say some of the most memorable ones. Definitely one was a surprise party that my friends threw for me, my friend Nandini in her house, which was really fun. And I had no idea. Like, I was absolutely clueless. That was a really fun birthday. My parents actually gave me an iPod, the you know, the big black one, the 20 GB one or whatever. And I think that was for my 18th birthday or 21st or one of those. But that was like, oh my god, then, like, it was just like the most amazing thing. Webber has bought me lots of really nice gifts. Like, for my first birthday with him, when he was my boyfriend, he gave me this ring. Yeah, I mean, there have been so many memories over the years, but I just feel like these are some that I remember. See, the thing is, I also initially used to wear makeup when I did videos and things like that. And I guess it's different for everybody. Like, some people are comfortable in their own skin, some people are not, and some people feel like they need to be dressed up and wear makeup for a video. I've honestly moved past that. Like, now I don't mind like my slight dark circles show in the videos, or I don't need to always be wearing lipstick. Like right now I'm only wearing lip balm and that's it. There's nothing else on my face, and I feel like that's fine for a video like this. If I were doing a get ready with me video, obviously I'd be doing makeup. So it's not like I don't wear makeup ever. But I just feel like when I don't need to wear makeup, I'm really happy to be barefaced and like just talking to people like I would be in real life, because that is kind of who I am as a person. I go to like a lot of red carpet events with just mascara and lipstick. So yeah, I'm not someone who generally is obsessive about makeup. So I don't like, I think it's just a personal choice. Like, either you are or you're not. I would definitely want it to be someone who's close to me, because a lot of people don't know a lot about my life. Like, I don't share a lot of things with a lot of people. It's tough. I think it would be either my best friend Nandini or my sister Anaita. They're both really witty, they write well, and I think they know me enough to narrate my story my way. So I would say them. What percentage did I get in my 10th and 12th standards? 70% both times. It was so weird. I was like, why can't I move forward? Why can't I cross this? But it was 70% both times. What lessons have I learned from YouTubing? Okay, that's interesting. I've actually learned a lot about myself through YouTube. I feel like this whole exercise of talking to people through a camera, you kind of end up talking to yourself a lot like this. And sometimes you learn a lot of things about yourself that you're not aware of. That is one thing that I've learned. Consistency. I've been on this channel for 5 years now, and I have been consistent pretty much through the 5 years. Like, I don't think I've ever taken a longer gap than like these 1 week gaps and things like that. That is something that it's taught me, how to be consistent. And the other thing I've learned from YouTube is that you can't take everything at face value. You can't just look at videos and believe everything you see. People might be going through something else in their lives at points, and that's a whole video that I did about the truth about social media. If you haven't watched that, you can watch it here. Because being in the profession, I've learned that okay, sometimes when you're having a tough time, you do end up shooting still. Like today, where I was like, should I start again, should I not start again? But I've just gotten back into it, and today I'm talking about it. But if it were like a makeup video or something like that, I wouldn't be mentioning it. So that's something that it's taught me. And to not take things seriously, like comments and like a lot of hate. You become so thick-skinned after a point that they don't really affect you. Like you realize that people are just saying stuff. It makes you realize that you're really strong as a human being and that these things don't affect you anymore. So yeah, I've learned a lot from YouTube. Okay, lots of questions about my full body laser. Quick update for you guys. I've finished quite a few sessions. I still have some left. I've seen definite results on my face and legs and a lot of my body parts. So it's interesting because a lot of the different parts respond differently to it. So like my face is doing really well. There's just like this area that has some hair left and the upper lip, which is a bit slow, but the rest has done really well. My legs are going really, really well, and I haven't like had to shave a lot or anything in the last few months. So yeah, I mean, so far it's going well. Definitely a big like chunk in reduction, and yeah, I will update you guys once I completely finish. Richa asked, what do you prefer, taking a decision from your heart or from your mind? Okay, I'd like to think that I think from my mind, but I'm an emotional fool and I think from my heart. I think people have this perception of success is all about numbers, like whether it's financially with money or like even here on YouTube, people think if you have a certain number of subscribers or you're a successful YouTuber or your content is amazing, and if you have less subscribers, your content is not that great, when actually the number of subscribers doesn't really reflect on the content you create. I mean, it's perception. I guess we are so driven by numbers our whole life. Our exams, our results are in numbers, right? And I mean, everything is about numbers. Like when you rate success and failure, most of the time there's a number there. So I think we've just sort of trained ourselves to think in terms of numbers, which is why our thought process is so twisted that we just think success is about numbers. And it's really sad, but like I think that is what we all naturally think. And I mean, it could be someone who's very successful at something and not making money from it, but people would still say that person's not successful because they're not making money from it. So it's really sad that we think that way, but I do think that majority of us do end up thinking that success is based on some kind of a number. People say Masis are cooler versions of their mother. Do you agree? Totally. I feel like, being a Masi for me was a very different experience. I had only experienced like my cousin's children and things like that before that. And I never felt like they were my own. Like with my nephews, I feel like I could die for them, like literally. And I actually, like when I see their old videos sometimes and you post like, oh my god, you have to see this. Like this is a video of Zray. And it just makes me so emotional or nostalgic when I see their videos. And I've seen them grow up. Like Zray is gonna be 10 this week, and it's just like when that hits you, you actually feel emotional. I'm like, oh my god, can we make him stop growing up? But like it's true, like you feel like they're your own, like when you're a Masi. And I can't explain it in words, but like it's a connection that I have with them, which I think I'll have for life. One quality I wish I had: patience. Patience. I am incredibly impatient. I wish I had some kind of patience. Yay! Thank you for noticing. It's tough. It is tough. I will admit it's very hard to stand for things that you genuinely love and use. It's also about thinking long term about this. Like, as I said earlier, I don't think I'm going to do this for like 6 months or 5 months. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So I have to be honest with myself and I have to be honest with you, because if I'm a sellout, then I mean, I know I'm a sellout, and then you will know I'm a sellout. And I mean, the whole point of this is that you have to be genuine, which is why I speak out so much about people buying followers and people just promoting stuff they don't believe in. And these are all things for me which I'm against. Unless it's genuine and real, I don't want to do it. I've always thought that at some point I want to get red hair. I don't know, it's maybe my Jerry Halliwell obsession, the Spice Girls. If you were a child in the 90s, you will feel me. Ginger Spice was my favorite, and I saw her red hair and I always wanted it. And I thought, like, now that it's short, I could probably maintain a red. I still might do it, like, I don't know, but I'm thinking about it. What do you think? So guys, those are all the questions I'm going to answer today. If you have any more questions for me, you're going to have to wait for the next video, or maybe send them to me on Instagram. And check out my last video with Riksha Wali. It was a really fun collab we did right here. Check it out. And I will see you guys on Friday. Bye.